Oh, okay.
So today we're going to talk about, did anybody, by the way, want to go over anything? I did ask my son about, we had a question about why something was pronounced the way it was, why it's ach and not cha. Because I can't give you the exact, can't remember exactly what he said, but it had to do with what we're reading is not always Hebrew, it's Aramaic. And therefore, we no longer use that sound, the cha, it's ach. He had a whole long explanation that I couldn't repeat. But some of the prayers we read are in Hebrew, some are in Aramaic. And so we don't say cha, we say ach, because it had to do with whichever language, something to that effect. So in other words, when you see it, it's cha. But we were sitting in shul last week and I said to my husband, aha, here's one word where it's, instead of like birotecha, it was biroteka. Because rarely is it ka at the end. But when you see it, I don't know the names of the vowels, but the one that looks like a little T, that is up inside the final chaf, not down below. And that's how you know it's ka. So this Torah portion last week was one of the few places where it's seen. So for the most part, it will be cha. It's pretty unusual that it would be ka, but it does happen. So Birkat HaGomel. Really never, what?
Page in the left, Shalom.
Page 173. So I'd really never heard of this prayer until a few years ago because it's not one we say in my shul on a regular basis. But the origins of it are found actually in the Talmud, in which the sages teach that a person who survives one of these four types of calamities is required to offer thanks. Those who go down to the sea, those who travel through the desert, those who were ill and recovered, and those who were incarcerated in prison and were released. And back at that time, just life in general could be very treacherous. People could encounter life-threatening issues on a given day just because of what the world was like back then. Lots of conquering, and still is in places. Judaism encourages us to expand the reasons to include things like surviving a car accident, major surgeries, birth, things that really might confine you to bed, but they don't want it to become a common occurrence like, oh, you had a cold or a stomach ache. Really, it's when it's something that confines you for a long time to bed. And author Ellen Frankel suggests that sometimes survivors of these situations experience survivor guilt. And by saying Birkat HaGomel in front of congregants and friends, it helps them to confirm that, they survived this and that, it helps sometimes to alleviate their guilt. And often people who need the need to recite Birkat HaGomel get the first aliyah at services. So that's what I learned. So now to share Birkat HaGomel, which I didn't ever say it and hadn't read it until I met you all. So, well, that's Birkat HaShachar. That's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Is this big enough? I can make it bigger.
Oh, yeah, that's
I don't
good.
Share it.
That's good.
Because if I share it,
good.
then I can't control the size. All right. This bracha is recited by someone who has recovered from a serious illness or survived a life-threatening crisis. So whoever that person is, whether it's male, female, or a group, says this prayer. Is there someone who will read the prayer for us? I tell you, the first line's easy.
I'll start.
All right.
Birkat HaGomel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam HaGomel Lehavim.
There's a yud in there.
With
Just take it letter by
Uh-huh.
letter.
Lahav,
So yud. Yeah.
yud, yeah. Lahai, yo, vim.
It's an ah under the yud. Try it one more time.
Oh, that I couldn't see.
Oh.
Sorry. Maybe I can see it on your thing.
Hold on. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Well, come on. So it's le. It's the second word on the second line.
Right, I know where we are. I just laha,
That's ah under the yud.
yamim.
So close.
Yeah. Oh,
Lechaya. That's a vav. A vet.
vim,
Vim.
vim.
Lechayavim. Good.
Yeah. Tovat, tovot,
Yep.
tovot,
Yes.
shag, good, tilanu,
Sheg.
shag,
Malani.
lani,
Sheg Malani.
shag, malani,
Yep.
kol, tov.
Good job. Let's read that together slowly. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hagomel lechayavim
Vim,
tovot
shag,
sheg malani kol tov.
tov.
Anybody else want to try it?
Sure, I'll try.
Okay, Karen.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hagomel lechayavim tovot shegmalani kol tov.
Nice job. You want to give it a try, Carol Ann?
Sure. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hagomal layivim
Take it apart and just do one letter at a time.
la
That's
ha
Ha, yeah.
ya vim
Good. Put it all together.
lahavim
You're forgetting little yud in there. His feelings are hurt.
lahayivim
Lechayavim. So close.
lahayavim to vote
Yeah.
vote shagamala in
Knee. Yeah.
me kol tov
Good job.
kol tov.
Carol Ann, would you read the English for us?
Blessed are Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, who bestows goodness on us despite our imperfections, and who has treated me so favorably.
What do you think about that?
In terms of what you were saying about relieving guilt, it's saying, thank you, God. I understand that you dealt with me in a way that you didn't deal with others.
It bothers me because of our imperfections, like because of something wrong with us, that we were in that situation. Almost a little bit like.
Oh, see, I was reading the last line and yeah.
Right, that I agree with you, but despite our imperfections, like
Well,
Yeah.
we feel like there's something wrong, I think, sometimes, even when we really shouldn't be feeling that way, but we do. So God, it tells us God is willing to overlook our imperfections.
It's weird that they put it in this prayer where you're thanking God for saving your life. And God did so, even though you're not very, I guess I could see it as, nobody's perfect, but to me, that just is like, gives me more guilt. Like,
Oh. It means God forgives your imperfections.
just don't know why we need to mention it when you're thanking God for saving, for saving your life.
It's there.
It struck me a little odd,
Yeah.
but I like.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So that's what the person, and I believe this is done during the Torah, when they go up for the Torah reading. And then when the person the survivor says it, then the congregation responds for male, female, or group. Would someone like to try the male response?
Oh, I'll do it.
All right, try that.
Mi shegmalcha kol tov hu yigmalcha kol tov Selah.
Oh, we've heard that Sela in Macombia.
Yeah.
Karen, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that that has happened in our shul during services, and yes, it is during when you're saying Malia, and they call you up, or they will call the person up, and they will say this prayer.
I've never experienced it.
Yeah, it's very lovely actually. And it just recognizes if people in the congregation don't necessarily know that someone has been ill or, whatever reason they're saying this, then yeah, it's
Hopefully they have permission, the rabbis have permission before bringing them up.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like all of a sudden, okay, come on up. We want to recognize you and embarrass you. And yeah, no, they do. They do.
Would you like to read what it says in English?
Oh, may the one who has shown such favor to you continue to bestow all that is good upon you forever.
I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Would someone like to read it, what we would respond if the person saying it is female?
I'll try.
Go for it.
Me, Shagal Mal,
Look at the vowel under the lamed.
Malay.
Lech. Good job.
Malech.
Sheg malech.
Sheg Malech. Kol to vote.
Just tov.
To who?
There you go.
Who? Yigamala.
Same word. Yig malech.
Yigmalech. Kol tov shalah.
Selah.
Sela.
So for males, it's sheg malcha, and for female, it's sheg malech. Now let's see what it is for a group. You want to try it, Terry? Terry, do you want to give it a try?
Me, sheg, mal, them,
It's a chaf.
sheg mal, lahem,
Good.
bal tov,
It's a kaf.
Oh, there again?
Yep.
Kal Tov.
Mm-hmm.
Hu Yig Mal Mal Vim.
It's a chaf again.
Oh, I had it again. Oh. Yig Mal Chem.
Good job.
Bal Tov.
Kolto, that's a chaf.
Oh, Hal Tov. Gosh, I keep getting that confused. Hal Tov. Salah.
Good job. I think it's a beautiful prayer. I hope I never have to recite it, but like I said, not something we really do in our shul. I'm sure there's been a need for it, but it's not a common practice. But so now if you're in a situation and they recite Birkat HaGomel, you've seen it before. Any questions about Birkat HaGomel?
I see it every week when we go we do the Debbie Friedman prayer up there on the upper left. So I see this, but I've never really known what it was. So thank you.
You're welcome. It wasn't something I would have thought to put in for this class, but somebody else suggested it. So next we're going to do the Shema via Hafta and the third paragraph. It wasn't told that I should cover the middle paragraph. So we're going to do the Shema first paragraph and second paragraph. So I looked into the Shema. It was first introduced in the temple in Jerusalem, and the first lines appear in the book of Deuteronomy 6, chapter 6, lines 4 and 5. And it's actually a collection of speeches given by Moses to the next generation of Israelites before they enter Israel, challenging them not to repeat the mistakes of their parents and to love, obey, and be faithful to God. The second and third paragraphs come from Deuteronomy chapter 11, 13, 21, and Numbers chapter 15, line 37 through 41. The person who fills the commandment, you shall meditate therein day and night. Judah Hanasi spent all day involved in studying and teaching, and just said the first verse of the Shema one morning as he passed his hands over his eyes. Whether he did that on purpose, whether he had something on his forehead, but when he did that, that is where the custom of covering our eyes comes from, with our right hand while saying the verse. And it's recited 2 times a day, morning and night, and at the conclusion of Yom Kippur, during the Kedusha service, on Shabbat, and before a death. So who knows if Judah Hanasi had any clue that he was going to influence generations of people by doing this? Like, who knows? Maybe he's like, oh, I got a headache, or who knows? Interesting how things stick.
Yeah.
So here is the first paragraph of the Shema, which I assume everybody knows, but would you like to take turns? Since we're not praying, you don't have to cover your eyes, but would you like to take turns reading?
Sure, I'll start.
All right.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod. Malhuto Le'olam La'ed.
Nice job. Anybody else want to read
Okay.
it? Okay.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavodo.
Careful, it's Baruch.
Baruch Shem Kavodo.
Hold on. Start over on that line.
Baruch Shem Kivodo.
Just Kevod.
Kavod.
There you go.
Kavod. Kavod. Mahuto.
Mm-hmm.
Leolam Vaed.
Nice job. Karen?
Okay. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto B'olam Va'ed.
So,
Yeah.
nice job. In Reform Judaism, they say the Baruch Shem Kavod out loud all year round. When do we as conservative Jews sing the Baruch Shem Kavod out loud? Only once all year long.
Guess.
Any idea?
Yom Kippur.
Exactly. It's the only
It's
time
once
we
a
sing it
year.
out loud. When I haven't gotten a straight answer to this, and it did not come up in my, when I looked it up. What I was told is it's actually not part of the Torah, like written specifically in the Torah where the Shema is. So I don't have a good answer for you, but I've questioned that. Only time we say it out loud, other times we say it quietly. But I do family service. I used to lead family service with the Reform rabbi at a conservative shul. And we had to like adjust to each other's practices. All right.
Did not know that. Interesting. Okay.
So now we have the Via Hafta. So I know many of you have probably said this, but now we're going to read it. Did we read it? I think we read it last semester, last time, did we?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would someone like to start with Via Hafta?
I'll start if.
Okay.
No, Carol Ann, if you.
I'll let you duke it out.
Okay. Yeah, there's so many of us, you know.
Go ahead, Karen.
Okay.
And you stop, Karen, when you want somebody else to pick up.
Okay. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha ub'chol nifshecha
That's a look under the nun.
nafshecha
Yep.
ub'chol me'odecha.
Great.
Oh,
You're keep going.
v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela Ela asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al livavecha. And somebody else can take it.
She did all the easy words. No, I'm kidding. Just take the words apart, one letter at a time. You'll get it.
I'll try a sentence.
All right, Carol.
And now I'm just blanking.
So it starts with the vav right here.
Come on.
V.
Vasha na nani
So start again. Ve.
sha
Look at the vowel under this.
veshi
Yeah.
veshina double. I'm using my vowel cheat sheet and it's not working.
That's silent. You just say the sound. Veshinan.
Veshinan Tom.
Veshinan Tom. Which
Veshinan
until
Tom.
my son pointed it out 2 years ago, I always called it Vishinatam. I didn't ever see that double nun in there. Vishinantam.
Veshinan Tom.
Sounds like wonton, but not really.
Li va necha.
Good. Livanecha. Good job.
Necha. Vida. Vidi, vidi, varecha.
Oh,
Vidi,
look again. You can do this.
vi,
So it's actually va. There's no e
Va.
under it. There's 2 dots. But our brain wants to put something there.
vad, vada, vadi,
Vadi.
vadi, varechat,
Look at that last letter.
varechat.
It's a tav. He's tough.
Ta-
Vadi.
Ra, dav, berech,
Vadi.
di,
Bar.
bar, tav,
Just tav. Vadi bar
Tav.
tav.
divrata,
Good.
ba,
Put the ending on.
sorry,
Put the ending on it.
bam,
Bomb. Yep.
basha, bita,
Check the vowels again.
she, she, be, ta,
This is a
Tom.
hard one. Be,
be,
she,
she,
the,
the,
techa.
techa.
So you've got
Beshiva techa.
So you got 3 silent vowels all in the same word. Crazy.
Ba, the, tav, the, bevi,
Look at the vowel.
the, I,
Beve,
the, ve, teen,
beve techa.
beve techa,
Yep.
u, la,
It's confusing.
I'm blanking on that letter.
So it's uv,
Uv,
le,
lech,
techa.
uvla techa,
It's actually uv lech techa.
uvlech techa,
Ha. Yep.
va da, va,
Yep.
va, diri,
Look at those vowels.
direcha,
Close. Va,
Va.
derech.
va derech,
Derech is like the street where you're walking down the street. A derech is the street.
derech, u, ma, sha, te, that,
It's crazy because you've got a chaf and then a bet next to it. They look almost the same, but bet has a little backside.
vaha, uvasha,
Uv,
uv,
shach,
shach,
becha.
yeah, uv, shach, beha,
Yeah. Excuse me.
uva, ka, komecha,
So close. Look at the vowel inside the vav. Uv,
uv,
same as the beginning of the word. Uv,
uv, ro, uvra, vechmach,
uv, ku,
ku,
mecha.
uv, kumecha.
That's a lot of chas in there.
I'll take a pause now.
All right, Terry, you want to give it a try?
Sure. Uv, ku, meha.
Careful. Let's take that apart.
Oh dear. Uv, ku,
So put the u and the k together.
Ook.
Ook, there you go.
Ook. Maha.
Ook, what's the letter after kuf?
Vav.
Nope. Sha, shin, sha, ook. Shar,
Where, if you're saying Shar, I don't know where I am.
second
then.
to last line. First letter, first word, second to last line.
Oh,
That's problematic when we're not in the same place, right?
right, exactly.
Well, there you go. All right. I don't know where you were, but I apologize.
No, it's not your fault. Ook. Shartam.
Good.
The oat.
There you go.
Al. Yadim. Yadim.
You got the ya. Look at what's under Dalit.
It looks like to my eyes as if there are two dots. There's probably one.
There's three. Yeah.
Three. Oh, couldn't see that. Okay. Okay. O al yad jeha.
Yeah.
No.
Good. I'm going to make it a little bigger, see if that helps you. Hold on a minute. So we're here. The
Hai Yong. No.
we're so close. The high. Someone hits you in the stomach, like, ooh.
The Hayu.
Uh-huh.
Little. Oh wait. Oh. Little. Tech. Feet. Little.
Yep. Now look what's under this top, right?
Feet. Fet.
Look up here at the top.
Oh. Little. Chefot.
The toe ta foot.
Oh. Tafot. That'd be an O.
A. Two dots under the bit.
Two dots. Bean.
So close. It's A. Just makes the A sound. Bay.
Bay.
Put the last sound on, the nun.
Bane.
Bane. There it is.
The three dots or two?
Two.
Oh, A.
Three dots under that one.
Neha.
There you go.
Uva.
It's a chet, that second letter.
No, I'm really having trouble seeing these letters. It's not because it's not large enough. It's just,
Would you like me to finish it?
yes, I appreciate it.
Okay. Uch, tav, tam, al, mezuzot, be, techa, u, vish, a, recha. That's a lot.
Could you read, could we, or could you read the whole thing?
Do you all know how to sing it?
I can't sing.
Well, why don't we
You
sing
sing
it?
and you sing and all,
You'll sing along.
right.
All right. You ready? Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vechayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinan tam levanecha vedibarta bam beshivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uv shach becha uv kumecha uk shar tam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot bein einecha tav tam al mezuzot beitecha uvish arecha. So I'd like for you to really practice this in the next 2 weeks because it's something that we use regularly. Now for the easy part. Who would like to read it in English?
I'd be happy to.
All right, Carrie.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your home and on your gates.
Thank you. So my son and I worked, and I'm going to bring it back eventually, but I had a poster made of the Viahafta so that when the kids are learning it by rote, they know what they're saying. So like on the third line, let's see, et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha is in there is the word lev for heart, levavcha, uv'chol nafshecha, your nefesh, your soul, uv'chol meodecha, vechayu, I have to see it together, hadvarim ha'eleh, asher anochi metzavcha, it comes, I think, from mitzvah, hayom, today, al levavecha, heart, vishinan tam levanecha, levanecha vidibarta, bam, walking on the street, bishiv techa bevetecha, sorry, uvlachteha vaderech, derech is the street, uvshach bacha uvkumecha, ukshar tam leot al yad decha, vechayu letotafot bein enecha, your enayim, right between your eyes. Uftavtam al mezuzot, the mezuzahs, doorposts, beitecha uvisharecha. So I try to teach the kids certain key phrases so as they're just saying it and singing it, they're at least can, I came up with some signs just to get, I need to work on it so that when we get ready to do it, the kids, they at least have some signs to help them understand what it is we're saying. So, all right, so I challenge you to work on that. And now we're going to go to this one, third part. Does anybody say the third part in their shul out loud? Our newer rabbi, decided that we're going to all sing this out loud each week. Luckily, I've been doing it with the kids in family service, so I knew it. But it's the third part. Would anybody like to try? Let's just do for each line. Take line by line. And I understand, Terry, if you want to just listen, because I know it's hard for you to see it. So the three of us will do the heavy lifting. Karen, do you want to start? Oh, are you there?
Did you just ask me or did you
No.
ask Karen?
Karen.
No,
Okay.
I was muted. I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't do anything.
Don't have to say it to me. I'm the queen of crazy technology.
Okay. V'yomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael.
Good job. I don't know how many times you've listened to Torah or followed along, but I think one of the most popular lines in the Torah reading is Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor. Moses spoke to the people of Israel saying, so that occurs a lot. All right. Carol Ann, you want to try it?
Yamart ta.
Ve amarta. Good.
Yamarta Elohim.
Look at the vowels. You've got the right sounds. You just need the vowels. Uh-huh.
A.
Nope, you were right.
Le. Him.
Close. Ale. There you go.
Hem.
It's a vav.
Vuhai Shem.
Let's start at the beginning of that word. There.
There. Shua.
It's a sin. The dot's over on the left. There you go.
La. Him.
La. Look at the vowel. La.
Lahem.
Lahem.
Lahem. See. So.
It's actually just one dot under there. The other part is a trope note.
Oh, okay. See.
There you go. The seat from our tallest, the seat. Good.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. Or it could be the seat fly, either one.
All right. Okay. L.
It's a straight line.
All right, I'm blanking again.
No backside. There's no backside, so it must be a kaf.
No.
Ka. Kan.
Kanefa.
So close. Kan. Two dots under that. Confe.
Maga.
It's a vet at the beginning.
Vig. Vig, vig, dech, vig, die, him,
Vig day.
day, im,
Hem. Three
hem,
dots.
vig,
Vig
day,
day, hem.
hem,
Good. I'll keep going. Le, do, ro, tom. Ve, not, new. All, seat. Ha, ka, naf. Pe, teal. Te, chelet. Ve, ha, ya. You want to pick up, Karen?
Sure.
Fourth line.
Yep. Lachem, latzitzit, uritem, oto, uschartem, et kol mitzot. Is
Want to say that word again?
mitzvot. Oh,
There you go.
is that on, that's on Hanoi?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Did
No,
you?
keep going.
Ve'asitem otam below taturu achare livavchem ve'achare einechem.
Yeah, I didn't, that for some reason, there it is. Nope, it's still cut off. Okay,
Oh, is that, oh, that was,
you had it. It's a final mem. You had it.
Okay, okay.
Carol Ann, you want to go?
I'll try.
All right, that's all we can ask.
Ashir,
Yeah,
team, he team,
the same vowel as the first word, asher,
tem,
There you go.
is that a vav?
It says Zion this time. It's got a little crazy up and down thing going on.
Zine,
See the dot up here at its corner?
zone,
Mm-hmm.
zonim,
There you go.
is that two dots again?
Yeah, those are silent. Then there's the ah next to it.
Array, see, array team,
Start at the beginning of that word.
ah,
Uh-huh.
ah,
Ha.
ah,
Like aha.
aha, aha, ray,
Uh-huh.
im,
So close. 3 dots.
m,
Put it all together.
ahar, aharim,
Ah, ha,
ahar,
ray,
ray,
hem.
hem,
Aha, ray, hem.
hem.
Good job.
You go, all right. La, my, lama, la, ma, I, final,
Final none.
aha, mayam,
La,
ma, I'm,
on. Lama on.
lama on, toe,
Check out the vowel.
T, Z,
Tease.
Tease. Ra'u.
Tease, that's a cough.
Tease
Tease,
caro.
check out the last vowel. Tease kev.
Tease caru.
There you go.
Zarai.
It's a vav.
Ba. Is that ba o
It's a ayin, which just says ah at the bottom. Va'a.
ba si team.
Check out the vowel under that top. The asi.
Ba team.
There are 3 dots. Eh.
Tem.
The asi tem.
Ba si tem.
Good. Et. Cole.
Oh, okay.
But you gonna keep going? Go for it.
No, I want to hear you.
Et. Cole. Meets. Vo. Tie. The he. This is a tough one. The ye tem. So it's the ye tem. The ye. So there's 2 yuds there, but it's just the ye tem. Because you can't go ye, but the ye tem. That's a tricky word. Ke do shim le lo he chem. Ani Adonai. Do you want to go, Karen? Or I don't want to keep Terry out. Terry, if you want to read, just let me know. I'm not pressuring you. If you want to say, skip this time, I don't want you to strain your eyes.
We're on the next to the last line, right?
You are.
Elohe.
That's a chaf.
Elohe. Elohehem.
There you go.
Asher. Hotz. Hotz.
You got it.
Hotz. T.
Look at the 2 dots under the tsadi. Hots.
I didn't see that. Hotz. Se.
It says A.
Hotz. Say.
Mhm.
T.
Yeah.
Hotz. Say T. At Hem.
There you go.
Ma. May Aretz.
Yeah.
Meets so Reem.
Me'eretz meets.
Me'eret meets Re'em.
Look under the resh. You're almost there. Meets
Ra.
Rai.
Raim.
Yep. Meets Rayim.
Raim.
Anybody know what that means? Meets Rayim. We say that a lot at Passover. Eretz, the land of, meets Rayim.
Egypt.
There you go.
It's Raim. La. Li. Hayot.
Mm-hmm.
La. Lachem.
Mm-hmm.
La. Lohim.
You got it.
Ani Adonai Elohe Hem.
Good job, you guys. This is a mouthful. I would say the only regular prayer that we do Shabbat morning that is harder than this, which will come near the end, is Ashrei. This is a lot of mouthful of words. So this is the third paragraph, and let's see what it means. Who would like to read it in English?
I will.
All right,
I'll read the English.
you
I
duke
know-
it out.
Adonai,
What? Am I?
oh,
There's somebody else.
Rock, paper, scissors,
no,
shoot.
go ahead, Terry, if you want to.
Adonai said to Moses, speak to the people Israel and instruct them that in every generation they shall put tzitzit on the corners of their garments, placing a thread of blue on the tzitzit, the fringe of each corner. That shall be your tzitzit. You shall look at it and remember all the mitzvot of Adonai and fulfill them, and not be seduced by your eyes and heart as they lead you astray. Then you will remember and fulfill all my mitzvot and be holy before your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God.
And then really big at the bottom, truly.
Oh,
So I don't know, have you ever seen, or maybe do you have seat that have the blue string going through it? That's called patil techelet. And until probably the last 10 years, that color was unknown. It comes out of some sea urchin or something, that blue color. And apparently the scholars have decided that we have that color again. So when that became available for my husband as a gift, I bought him nude seat that have the blue string in it. So when you hear patil techelet, that's what it is. It's that blue string. Are you familiar with talit katan, when observant Jews wear like the talit under their clothing?
mm-hmm.
It looks like somebody took a rectangle piece of material, folded it in half, cut out the neck, and then hanging off of the four corners are tzitzit, and some men wear them out and boys, some tuck them in. But that is another type of garment that has the tzitzit. So they wear them every day to basically, every time you see them, you should think about fulfilling God's commandments. So that was a mouthful today. Yowza. So I'd like for you to really work on the first paragraph. The third paragraph is not said as often, but I think it's important to really practice the first one so that you get proficient at it. Next week, for 2 weeks from now, we're going to learn the prayer for the state of Israel that we say often in Makom B'Yachad, but I have been working on it. We don't do the whole thing, but I've been working on how to read the whole thing properly. We will also be doing the Sim Shalom and Hatikva. So we'll work on those. So we're getting there. Good job. I think a lot of it for some people is confidence, and really taking each letter at a time. Before you say the letter, check the vowel. Because that's really where the issues come, is you get the consonant, then just check the vowel. And that's the nice thing about Hebrew, is it really is totally phonetic. Occasionally you get a little crazy thing in there. Any questions, comments?
I just want to say one thing about, you were talking about I forgot what you called it.
Talit Katan, the little
Yeah,
talus.
the Talit Katan. And the only reason I know that is because I just finished watching the third season of Giselle.
Ah,
Is that they all they wear that under their clothes, and I don't think I had ever seen that before, but that's how I know.
well, see, you learned something on Shtisel. I learned a lot of things on Shtisel.
Yeah. Like everybody says, Koltov,
I'm not sure which one it is. Yeah.
Yeah, whichever one it is, and that was part of what we read today. So whatever that was, Koltov is good. You be well, or something like that. Everybody says that when they're leaving or coming in to say hello or something. I forget.
I'm looking for it. That was in the Birkat HaGomel.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Kol Tov.
Yeah. Isn't that a greeting or a
I guess they've made it into a bleeding. May the one who has shown such favor to you can just bestow all good upon you. So may goodness be with you. Like maybe the force be with you.
Yeah.
May goodness be with you.
Okay.
When my kids were little, they went to Camp Chabad because we didn't have a strong Jewish summer camp. Our JCC wasn't functioning at that point, didn't have a building. So we sent our kids to Camp Chabad because we heard wonderful things about it. My son comes home and he tells me, I guess I had heard before he went that they make them wear a talit katan. And I'm like, I don't think I want my conservative little boy running around wearing a talit katan. So I asked a friend of mine who's also conservative, who is very involved with the camp, and she said they let them try it on, kind of like dress up, and if they want to wear it, they can. If they don't want to, and he says, yeah, I put it on. I didn't really like it. Okay. But he got exposed to something we would have never had a chance to do that, try, experience that. So, but one funny story is my daughter went to the same camp, and the boys and girls are divided. And she comes home after about a week or two and says, Mommy, I need long pants and long sleeves and long skirt or long pants. And I'm like, oh my goodness, she's becoming from. And one counselor from our synagogue said, Mrs. Lempert, don't worry about it. The girls who are the counselors are hot because they're in, they're fully covered. And so they crank up the air conditioning, and the little non-frommy girls are freezing cold because they're in tank tops and shorts. That's why she wants to dress warmer. So
that's
quite something. So any big plans this weekend?
Oh,
No.
nothing.
Okay, well, this is just fun. I'm taking, or my husband and I are taking my 98-year-old aunt out for dinner.
So that's fun.
Boy,
One meal you don't have to cook.
Oh, let's not go there.
I'm actually excited to cook. And
15 months.
yes. We made lunch today and I was like, where's this? Where's that? Where's this? Because we can't put everything back where it is. It's not the same setup. And we're going to spend a couple of months going, where's the this? Where's the that?
Oh, well, that's good confusion.
Yeah, but still
Right.
confusion. Someone said put Post-it notes on all your cabinets for a while, but then I won't remember. I'll just read the Post-it note. Any other big plans this weekend? No. Enjoy, relax.
Just going to shul and out to lunch after with a friend. That's
Fun.
That's nice.
yeah, it is.
We're having our first B'nai Mitzvah in over 15 months with a lunch this Shabbat, and we're not going to be there. It's our good friend's daughter, but we tried to change our flight a little bit and it didn't work out. So I'll try to catch her on Zoom, but beach, bat mitzvah, beach, bat mitzvah, beach.
For a week.
So I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Have a safe flight.
Thank you. I'll see you
Wonderful
this week.
Yeah.
have a good vacation.
Thank you all. Have a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Debbie.